So in this video I'm going to be talking about my first lesson of the magazine review and what I've learned from it, and also what I now know that I'm going to have to include in my magazine review. So obviously it's got to be a double page spread, and it's got to have lots of image and lots of text. It's got to have about 1,000 words. So obviously I'm going to need to make a separate page on my blog for this, and I'm going to have to research into the following: design, conventions, critical reviews, chosen magazine, target audience, pre-production planning, production itself, e.g. drafts, etc., results, and then which obviously is the finished product. So I'm going to have really good visuals to accompany my words, and obviously I need to make sure it's very well written and in the style of a certain magazine. So in the lesson we looked at Little White Lies, Empire, and Sight and Sound, and these are basically three magazines which I'm going to base my magazine review on. Obviously you've got three different types there. So Little White Lies is quite it's very it's more of a graphic design kind of book, as in it's all like stenciled drawings and they're all very laid out in a very precise way, and everything's very set in columns, etc. And it's quite minimalist, and obviously the actual content of the words are incredibly like well written, as in it's made for really film goers and film fanatics. So that one's quite it's a very good read, you know. Whereas Empire is more just for your day-to-day person who's interested in film. For example, probably more myself, rather than a sort of doctorate of film. And Empire will have a lot more images, and it'll also have quite a glossy theme to it, whereas Little White Lies has quite a it doesn't have any gloss on the page, and it looks more like a book, whereas Empire is in fact a magazine. And also, something I noted here with Empire is that you have large quotes that are in different colours, and they often actually go over a column, because obviously all of your text is in columns. The figures section, which gives you just a basic info about the film, this is something I can include in my short film, review, sorry, just because then I'd be following the conventions of Empire. You'd have small text at the top right stating the type of media, e.g. whether it's a film, a DVD or a TV, because obviously Empire will talk about multiple things, so I'll ensure I include that in mine as well, if I'm going to base it on Empire, which I think I probably will. You have a generic title of review throughout, so this is basically just like a theme. You have a large photo on at least one of the sides, but obviously with me I need to fill the deadline of my exam board, and I need to make sure I write at least 1,000 words. You will also have smaller images cutting into the text. Something I've thought about after this lesson is that I could actually have text over quite a light image, so you can still see the text itself and it still reads easily. However, you've just got something that's not quite plain behind it. I've also looked at, as I said, Sight and Sound, and this is sort of a mixture between the two. You'll have quite a lot of text in this, and it'd be quite wordy, and not as much images as you would say in Empire. And however, it wouldn't be as structured as Empire, as Little White Lies. Sorry. So with Sight and Sound, you've got actually a mixture between the two. So yeah, throughout my research, I'll just be looking at the following things I stated before, and I'll also be deciding on what magazine I want to base my magazine review on. So yeah, thanks for watching.